Quantum mechanics and the human brain, two domains that, on the surface, seem to have little in common, might be more intertwined than we ever dared to imagine. We are standing on the brink of a revolution in our understanding of consciousness, as we start to explore the mysterious and enigmatic connections between these two realms. This journey, filled with potential revelations, could redefine our perception of consciousness, challenging long-held notions and making us reconsider the nature of thought, memory, and subjective experience. Quantum mechanics, a branch of physics that grapples with the phenomena at the smallest scales of the universe, has been a source of profound mystery and confusion for scientists for more than 100 years. This is a realm where particles can exist in many places at once, a paradoxical world where they can spin in opposite directions simultaneously, and where their state is influenced simply by the act of observation. Such behaviors, so alien to our everyday experience, challenge our understanding of reality, and yet, these very principles might be intricately linked to the functioning of our minds. Meanwhile, the human brain, a marvel of biological complexity, is an intricate network consisting of billions of neurons that interact through trillions of connections. This interconnected web gives rise to our thoughts, memories, emotions, and the phenomenon of consciousness itself. Each neuron communicates with others through small electrical signals, transmitting information through this vast network. For a long time, this process was thought to adhere strictly to the laws of classical physics, following a deterministic path. However, recent years have seen a surge in the number of researchers considering the possibility that quantum mechanics might have a significant role in the workings of the brain. This daring exploration has given birth to the field of quantum cognition, an interdisciplinary domain that probes whether quantum principles can shed light on the complex labyrinth of human thought and behavior. Consider, for instance, the quantum principle of superposition, which allows particles to exist in multiple states simultaneously until measured or observed. This principle, so fundamental to the quantum world, might have a parallel in the realm of human thought. Could it be possible that our thoughts, too, exist in a state of superposition, lingering in multiple states until we make a decision that collapses this superposition into a single state? And what about quantum entanglement, another peculiarity exclusive to the quantum world? In entanglement, pairs or groups of particles become so intertwined that the state of one instantly influences the state of the other, regardless of the distance separating them. Could there be a comparable process happening within our brains? Could neurons, even those far apart, be linked in an entangled state, influencing each other in a way that transcends the conventional boundaries of space and time? Then, there's the phenomenon of quantum tunneling, where particles can seemingly teleport through barriers as if they were not there. Could this phenomenon explain how neural signals jump across synapses, the gaps between neurons, to maintain the complex web of connections and interactions? In the emerging field of quantum cognition, these ideas are not mere idle speculation. They are grounded in rigorous scientific research, supported by experimental evidence and mathematical models. Some researchers even suggest that specific structures in the brain, such as the protein strands known as microtubules within neurons, could potentially support quantum processes. If these theories turn out to be true, they could lead to a seismic shift in our understanding of the brain and consciousness. We might finally begin to answer age-old questions about the nature of consciousness. What is it? Where does it originate? How does a network of neurons give rise to the subjective experience of being, the feeling of I? However, it's important to note that the field of quantum cognition is still in its nascent stages and is a topic of intense debate. Many researchers remain skeptical, pointing out that the warm, wet, and chaotic environment of the brain seems fundamentally incompatible with the delicate quantum processes that require extreme precision and stability. They argue that these processes are likely to be disrupted by the constant thermal fluctuations within the brain, leading to a phenomenon known as quantum decoherence. Critics of the quantum brain theory also point out that, while intriguing, the evidence for quantum effects in the brain is still circumstantial and far from conclusive. The idea that microtubules or other structures in the brain could support quantum processes is fascinating, but so far, it's mainly based on theoretical models and indirect experimental findings. Despite these challenges, proponents of quantum cognition are not deterred. They argue that nature might have found a way to preserve quantum coherence in the brain long enough to influence cognitive processes. For instance, some theories suggest that the brain might operate in a quantum-critical state, delicately balanced between the classical and quantum worlds, which would allow for the coexistence of robustness against decoherence and sensitivity to quantum effects. Another intriguing idea is the orchestrated objective reduction (OR) theory proposed by physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff. According to this theory, consciousness arises from quantum vibrations within microtubules. These vibrations are thought to be orchestrated by synaptic inputs and memory stored in microtubules and are reduced or collapsed due to a specific type of quantum gravity. While the OR theory is speculative and controversial, it represents an ambitious attempt to bridge the gap between quantum physics and neuroscience. Further, the principles of quantum mechanics may not only explain the mechanistic processes of the brain but also some of the more elusive aspects of human cognition. Concepts such as the wave-particle duality and superposition could potentially illuminate the nature of cognitive phenomena like ambiguity, uncertainty, and the decision-making process. Similarly, quantum entanglement might provide a new perspective on psychological phenomena like empathy or the sense of connection between individuals. The exploration of quantum cognition also has potential implications beyond neuroscience and psychology. If our minds indeed operate according to quantum principles, this could lead to new approaches in artificial intelligence, leading to the creation of quantum computers and algorithms that think more like humans. It could also impact the fields of philosophy and metaphysics, reshaping our understanding of free will, personal identity, and the nature of reality itself. In conclusion, while the field of quantum cognition is young and contentious, it represents a bold and innovative avenue of research. It pushes the boundaries of our understanding, daring to connect the microcosmic world of quantum particles with the macrocosmic complexities of the human mind. As we stand on the threshold of this new frontier, we may be closer than ever to unlocking the secrets of consciousness, to unraveling the enigma that lies at the very heart of human existence. Quantum mechanics and the human brain, two realms intertwined in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend.